I think both Tiki and I appreciate where we are, which is afternoon drive at WFAN. And I can't tell you how many times people will say, what are you opening with today? What are you opening with tomorrow? There's almost something prestigious about the first sports topic that you bring up at 2 o'clock. Like it's almost an honor. And because of that, I think something different has to happen today. The New York Jets are so putrid, so pathetic, and so disgusting and so embarrassing to our city that while we will talk about them and I will rip them and Tiki will give us great analysis of them, they don't deserve on a day where the Yankees are opening up a postseason series against the Red Sox, they don't deserve the honor of being opened with.
The New York Jets suck.
So to all the Jet fans out there, stay tuned. We'll get to them shortly, but they do not deserve that crap football team. They do not deserve to be the opener of an afternoon drive show in New York City. So to the New York Yankees, first I want to apologize to you. I want to apologize that the Mets sucking took the air out of your balloon yesterday and the Giant fan being so ecstatic that they won a game, it's a miracle, that took the air out of your sails. Because you deserve our respect. You're opening a postseason series today. You did everything you could to win the American League East. So for the first few minutes of this show, let us honor and talk about the only damn team in this town, until the Knicks get started, who deserves our attention. I think the Yankees are beating the Red Sox, Tiki. How about you?
That sounds good to me, and I love it. And we'll get to the Jets shortly, I'm sure. But look, the New York Yankees have become the only team I feel like in this town. The Knicks are getting there. The only team in this town that you can count on to be here at this moment. That is postseason, second season. We got to figure out a way to compete and try to get a championship. The Yankees are the team that consistently gives it to you. They should be the example for everybody else. And I don't know if there are lessons that translate from baseball roster construction to football roster construction, basketball, etc. But what the Yankees do, we should appreciate. We don't enough because we hate on them because they don't feel elite. They don't feel great all the time. Because they're always here.
Because here's why. I don't know where this season's going to end, okay? I may be very bullish on them beating the Red Sox, and I will explain details on why I feel that way. They could lose in the LCS, the DS, the World Series. I have no idea. And when they lose because the bar is so high, we try to explain why it happened. Yankee fans are like, this isn't good enough, and they have every right to feel that way. But they are so far and away compared to everyone else the way you want to run a team. So that's why we take them for granted. Now, I have a few reasons, because I mean this from the deep bottoms of my heart. I understand that in a best-of-3 series, anything can happen. So let's just get that out of the way, okay? Of course. I have said that all year long. I've said it about the Mets. I've said it about everybody, that in a best-of-3 series, anybody can beat anybody. So let's put that aside for a second, because that's obvious. I want to give you my real reasons as an IBO why the Yankees are going to win this series. And let me start with this. Number one, they're better. I'm sorry. I want to start with the easiest denominator to this.
Okay.
They are a more talented team. They have a better lineup. I trust their rotation more, especially with Lucas Giolito being out. The only aspect of the Red Sox that I admit they're better than you at is their bullpen. But wait a second on that. Wait a second on that.
Starting pitching, especially game one.
You know what?
Crochet versus Max Fried.
Disagree. I tell you why.
19-game winner versus, Crochet is 18-game winner versus a 19-game winner.
No, I'll tell you why. Just to go to the starting pitching, and then I'll go back to the bullpen thing. Here's the starting pitching thing. Garrett Crochet's had a better year than Max Fried. No one's going to argue that. But two things. Number one, Garrett Crochet starting a playoff game, that's new for him. Max Fried is like, oh, yeah, I call that Saturday.
Right, so advantage Yankees.
Advantage in terms of experience, Yankees. That's number one. And that's a big factor. I'll give you number two. And this is something not enough people are mentioning. The New York Yankees have faced Garrett Crochet how many times this year, Sean? Do you know off the top of your head?
Is it 3?
It's not 3, it's 4.
Okay.
You know how many series the Yankees played against the Red Sox this year? Same number.
4.
4. The Yankees have seen this man 4 times. How often do you think that happens?
I'm going to say, I want to guess not very.
Rarely.
Yes.
And do you think...
And that's usually a managerial decision to not have... not have them see it rarely.
I think sometimes it's manager. I think a lot of times there are 5 pitchers.
Right.
It's circumstances.
Yeah.
It's just a rarity to see a guy that often, especially in a world in which you only face them 13 times. The Yankees have seen him 4 times. And yes, Crochet's had his moments, but the Yankees have also touched him. In his last start, he gave up a couple of home runs. I think the more the Yankees have seen him, the better I would feel on some of the swings they're going to get against him today. So when it comes to starting pitching, and certainly after we get past Game 1 and Game 2, the Red Sox don't even know who's going to start Game 3.
Right.
They have no idea. It could be a bullpen game. It could be Connerly Early, who I'm not even convinced is a real person. I think he was just created in a lab to be a Boston athlete. Because if your name is Connerly Early, you were made to play in Boston.
It sounds so Northeast.
Nah, he's a good prospect. I don't want to besmirch him,
still.
but you know what I mean.
It's like when Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball and Super Nintendo didn't have the real player licenses. That's what he sounds like.
Exactly. Right. So starting pitching-wise, I give the Yankees the edge. The bullpen thing, yes, the Red Sox bullpen is better. I can't argue it. Anybody trust Aroldis Chapman? Anybody scared of Aroldis Chapman?
The Red Sox fan does. The Red Sox team does.
That's because they don't know any better.
Well, yeah, because he's been good for them.
It's actually worked the other way. I'm now scared that I'm not scared of Aroldis Chapman.
What?
Everything tells me he's going to implode like he always does, and that part scares me.
Okay, I guess that's some kind of weird reverse logic.
Right.
Look, the Red Sox have a better bullpen than the Yankees. That is my biggest fear around the Yankees. And then you get to the great players. The Boston Red Sox have a lot of good young players who may become great. Alex Bregman, who's battling an illness right now, certainly has a resume. But the Yankees have great proven stars of the postseason. Aaron Judge is so due for a big postseason that I'm going to assume this every year. It's going to happen this year. Giancarlo Stanton is like Mr. October. And when you look up and down this lineup, you have a lot of guys who have been here before. And I do think experience matters. And one other thing, Tiki, home field advantage. When the Yankees have had home field advantage in the Aaron Boone era, they have not lost.
They have not lost, yet they have lost 3 consecutive series to the Red Sox. Is that what I am understanding?
They've lost 3 consecutive. If you want to include the wild card game as a series, yes.
Postseason series,
Yes.
including the wild card, the
Yes.
old wild card, they've lost to the Red Sox. So history is on the Red Sox side, but the facts of who's better, in theory, is on the Yankees
Is
side.
Mookie Betts playing today?
No.
Anthony Volpe was 2 years old the last time the Yankees beat the Red Sox.
I get that, but you always lecture me about history. The 2018 Division Series, while Aaron Judge has to live that down for Boombox Gate, that doesn't mean anything. I look at the Red Sox, and they are a good young team. They are going to be a problem for the next half a decade. I acknowledge that. But I think the Yankees are better. I think they're better in every aspect. And I think they're playing their best baseball coming into this part of the season. And I just trust them. And I know a lot of Yankee fans don't, and I respect it. I understand it. I am not saying this to try to jinx you or anything. I have felt this way, Teak, since March. They're the best team in the American League. And a lot of times the best team wins. Sometimes they don't. I think in this case they will. I think they're going to hit Garrett Crochet tonight. I think seeing him 5 times is a major, major help. Max Fried is used to this moment. He hasn't been perfect. No one's saying he has. His last postseason start was a disaster. It was against the Padres.
Yep.
I remember it. But I still trust him. And I trust the New York Yankees to win this series.
Yeah, no, look, this is an exciting moment, obviously, because you're hosting the Red Sox. The rivalry that we had this debate at the beginning of the season, coming off the loss of the Dodgers, I thought the rivalry would now be the Dodgers. Obviously, you hope to see them again in the World Series. That is who you can't beat and need to beat. I forgot who you said. Sean said it was the Red Sox. And Sean's probably right, because we thought the Red Sox weren't this good. Yet here the Red Sox are, sitting in the wild card. Now you got to come to New York. They're talking and flapping their jaws about how they love playing in the Bronx. But it's a rivalry again because of what's at stake in this wild card series, for sure.
And there's no doubt that this series rekindles the memories, the good memories and the bad memories of Yankees-Red Sox. So when I punish my kids, because I do have to punish them, I put them in the corner or they're in their room or they're in a timeout.
Hold on 1 second, Evan.
Yes.
Darren Waller's wide open over there again. Sorry. Keep going.
You trying to say something?
No. I just saw Darren Waller standing wide open in the end zone.
So did Sauce.
I just wanted to, if you didn't notice, he was right over there, wide open.
I see him. And standing next to him is the Jets, who we punished. We said they don't deserve any mention in the open of this show. Well, now we can lambast them. Now that they got to sit there in the corner and all us Jet fans got to hear about the Yankees and how they're in a playoff series and how they're everything we want to be. Here is the bottom line to this head coach. Braylon Allen's fumble basically in the end zone on that opening drive, is that same old Jets? Forcing 0 turnovers for the first 4 weeks of the season? Hey, Coach, is that same old Jets? Committing 13 penalties. 13 of them! One worse than the other. Sure, some of them BS. We'll get to that later. Is that same old Jets? Allowing 14 points to be scored off your 2 dumbass fumbles. Actually, there were 3 fumbles, but 2 of them, they turned into 14 points. Is that same old Jets? And one of my favorites, Isaiah Williams. We barely know ye. Fumbling a kickoff return.
Where's Xavier Gibson?
I could use him right now.
Philadelphia.
Fumbling a kickoff return to take any momentum you thought you had. And then finally, the cherry on the top, let me fair catch at the 2-yard line. Hey, Coach, is that same old Jets? Because what we witnessed last night, and that's just a quick thumbnail summary of the garbage football we were forced to watch, they are the same old Jets. And your only argument to tell me they're not is that they're worse. That's the only argument one can make, that they're not the same old Jets, because, Ev, they're worse than they've ever been. They commit more penalties. He told us they'd clean it up. They commit dumb turnovers. We're told they'd clean it up. This is supposed to be a good defense. I used to say big-time defense. And meanwhile, they haven't forced a turnover since the Clinton administration. So on Monday night, in front of part of America that chose to watch this Mets, the Jets embarrassed us again. And what sucks and what is depressing is, I want to tell you, but it'll get better. I don't know if it will. I want to believe in Aaron Glenn. I don't know if it will turn around. I want to believe he's the right guy for this job. I have no idea if he will be. There are 2 coaches before Aaron Glenn who started their careers 0-4 as the head coach of the New York Jets. I'm going to say their names, and if you don't know history, look it up. One is Adam Gase.
Yep, we know.
I'll just drop it there.
You're
you
right.
want to know who the second one was? Lou Holtz, who quit before his season ever ended because he was so overwhelmed by coaching the NFL. So I'm worried. We all should be worried. And I'm disgusted. And it made me again, this is the second time I've done this in 2 weeks, question why I watch sports.
Same old Jets.
Because there was nothing fun about it.
Well,
there was nothing enjoyable about it. I hate everybody.
The only thing enjoyable, actually, that wasn't even enjoyable, because the big play of the game was Justin Fields' scramble on 4th down on one of the most stupid play calls I've ever seen, and he turned it into lemonade.
Well said.
Right?
A dumbass play call on 4th and 1, and the only reason it worked is because Justin Fields thought he was Barry Sanders in Tecmo Bowl.
Right. So the problem that I had with the Jets yesterday was that in order to keep the Miami Dolphins, who for some reason picked this week to get right, Tyreek Hill.
I wonder why.
It was wide open. Maybe because they just didn't cover him. It was wide open. If I see another bootleg crossing route, wide open completion, it's unfathomable how bad the defense played. And either they weren't in position or getting picked off at the crossing route. Therefore, Darren Waller, as previously alluded to, is wide the hell open in the end zone. You're not tackling Tony Adams. What the hell is that attempt? Right? You just, the fundamentals of the game, they don't do. And I end up watching this team and saying, I like Aaron Glenn. I do. He says all the right things. He kept them out of the spotlight. They weren't trying to win the offseason. We assumed that behind the facade that we were presented, they were working their asses off. It doesn't look like it.
Well said.
It doesn't look like they did anything different.
It doesn't. You're right.
And so I don't know if that's on the players. You blame the players. You blame the coaches. You blame the ownership. Do you just blame the organization? I'm failing to find why this team seems lost. That's the best word to put it.
No,
they look and feel lost.
No, I think you describe that very well. As always, you do it without screaming, and you do it more eloquently. That's what I love about you. But I want to answer your question, just as me speaking. I'm not giving up on Aaron Glenn by any stretch.
No, you can't. It's too early.
No, and I wouldn't do that. And I understand what happened to Detroit and how long it took to turn around, and I will try to remain hopeful. But to answer your question on the why is the head coach. I'm sorry. Because being as undisciplined as they are, being as unbuttoned up as they are, like, where else do you want to look? He told us things would be different, and 4 weeks into the season, it's not different.
Same old Jets.
It's worse. And so that's what makes it so difficult. And yes, there were bad calls against the Jets last night, and we'll address them. But you know what? When you are so stupid individually and you make so many dumb mistakes that weren't bad calls, it's tough to get nuts about the ones that don't go your way. You almost have to earn the good calls. And right now they're earning nothing. So Jet fans, Yankee fans, your ball. 888-808-1019. The Jet fan is disgusted, and the Yankee fan is hopeful, if not a little bit nervous. We'll walk ourselves through this thing. It is a best of three. You never know what's going to happen, but I remain pretty steadfast the way I felt all year. I think the Yankees are the best team in the American League. I do not think the Red Sox are that good, and I believe that, yes, even in a small sample size, that will play out. We'll get to your calls coming up, plus Sauce Gardner complains and rips the officials. We'll analyze it